do this. How are you doing?
Yeah, good.
Such a long. When's the last time I saw you?
I think at the gala. Was it not at the gala?
Yeah, November. Oh my god, let's do it. So much fun.
Karina, what's your last name?
Sorry?
What's your last name?
Sunday has.
Oh, Sunday has. That's right.
Yeah.
Is it Sunday has?
Yeah, Sunday.
Just like that.
Like the Sunday and hats. Literally, like going together.
That's so cute. His word runs swiftly. That is the slogan for this year's Marathon here on Radio Maria Canada. I'm your host, Christina Doyle. Thank you again, everyone, for listening. And as I say, we've had beautiful guests all morning and all afternoon. And this afternoon, we also have a lovely guest, very lovely, and single, I do may say. That's really a gift in itself. All right. So her name is, and I'm sure you might have seen her here and there and maybe probably on social media. Her name is Karina Sunday Haas. Can you believe that? I actually said it right. Sunday Haas. Karina, you are involved in the music ministry for sure.
Yes, that's right.
And you are also a prayer warrior of Canada. My goodness, you are so involved. And of course, you're involved with Radio Maria Canada.
Yes.
So we're so blessed to have you here. How did this all come about that you got involved with Radio Maria?
I gotta say, I give all the credit to her Blessed Mother. I mean, out of all things, regardless of when it comes to like pursuing God's will, He has His time to really orchestrate things in such a beautiful time that you're like, wow, now like, whoa. So that's why I'm just like going with the flow. It's like wherever He leads me, wherever He guides me to go and pursue His will, I just go with the flow.
But then how did you find out about Radio Maria?
How in particular? I would say I first reached out to Radio Maria like way back in like 2021 in particular. And the way I see it now, I don't think it was God's time yet in terms of getting involved. Not until like a year and a half later when I got someone reached out to me from Radio Maria Canada. And they saw my Instagram. They're like, hey, I see that you have your ministry going and we'd love to have you come and join us. Like, actually be involved in Radio Maria Canada. I'm like, why not? Let's do it. And so, yeah, now it's already a little past a year now. And I'm like, wow, like, time flies. And every time I'm always here, it's never a dull moment. It's always just such full of joy, such full of laughter, and I just see all the team here, and that's why I'm such a big advocate of really posting all about Radio Maria Canada on my social media, Instagram, YouTube, everywhere, because everyone's gotta enjoy and experience how it's like being here and just getting involved. So if you're listening to this and you're like, should I get involved? Yes, get involved for our Blessed Mother Mary, for God our Father, because you will not regret it.
And there you go. Doesn't that sound boring, everyone? I mean, you must be just bored just listening to that, huh? Absolutely. You're so right, Karina. God bless you for that fire.
You.
That's awesome. So then what kind of music do you play? Like what kind of music? Is it sacred music or?
I would say it's a variety. I'm more in the stream of Christian contemporary music, and so I first started off as sacred music, like way back when I was in my humble years when I first started in the music ministry realm. And then somehow it just branched into the Christian contemporary world, and I love it because it's so meaningful, it gives purpose, it gives a lot of this sense of prayerful meaning in regards to offering up all of our sufferings, offering up all of our experiences and all the blessings that God gives us. And that's so important for us to do. Like, no matter what you're going through in life, like offering up through music is bliss. Like, no matter what you go through, it's all about really trusting in God to really lead you through the way, through these valleys and through these hardships and times. And realizing that in the midst of all that, He's really morphing you into someone greater, into someone better than who you were yesterday. So
were you at that point at some point in your life where
yes,
you were struggling and then?
Absolutely,
Do
absolutely.
you want to share with that?
Sure, yeah, by all means. Like to track back, we in 2016 in particular, it was a really critical part of my life where I was in the verge of just trying to really distinguish what is God leading me to? Because ever since I was really focused on becoming a solo violence performer, everything was being blocked. I was wondering, what's happening, Lord? Like, I prayed about this audition, it didn't work out. God, what's going on? And so everything was being blocked, and I was beginning to question, like, okay, what? Like, I prayed about this. Why is God not giving it to me? So it was in that verge of really trying to grow deeper in the faith, and I know for sure the enemy was just really like eating popcorn there and just be like, come on, let's come to the dark side. But really, at the end of the day, like, now that I look back, I realize, like, those moments like that where you're literally just standing at the cliff trying to figure out whether or not, like, to choose God or not to choose God, choosing God's always the best option and the best way. Like, it's the only way.
And how then have you seen God visible in your life? How can you tell?
I would say it's something that you don't look for. It's just like you just go and let God show you. And the way I see it now, like the way God has really opened more doors for me, like for example, here Radio Maria Canada, bliss, like ultimate bliss, where it's just like, I wasn't really searching anymore. It was just a matter of just letting God and letting go and letting God show you those blessings that he has in store for you. That's why, like, there's always that fear within our hearts, like, in terms of pursuing God's will. It's always there. And no matter, like, when it comes to pursuing God's will, fear should never be an obstacle in pursuing God's will. Because ultimately enough, that's literally the enemy just trying to hold you back. So the more you just let that fear disappear into the darkness of the enemy.
Fear is his buddy.
Yes, that's right. Like, as long as you let that disappear in the darkness of the enemy's world, like, you will see the light of where God's will trying to show you clarity, where to walk and where to go, and how he will connect you to all these beautiful people, and that from there you will grow more and more, and that in itself is a testimony.
So
right
then,
there.
Karina, when you talk about your ministry of music, and then what exactly did you do here at Radio Maria that you would say, this is what I do when I joined into Radio Maria?
So to answer your question, really, it was just the point of realizing that, like, whatever Radio Maria wants me to do, like, I have my music gifts, I love speaking about Christ, especially about our Blessed Mother. So however Radio Maria wants to use me, I am full on there.
Okay, so I'm going to ask one more time.
Sure.
So what exactly did you do?
What exactly did I do? Well, first of all,
Okay.
sorry, I'm just so enthusiastic about this. So the first thing I did, I remember, I literally recorded the rosary here.
Okay.
And then which then fled to performing at the Radio Media Canada Gala, both as a vocalist and as a violinist as well. So it was a really good experience to just start from there and just let God take over. But for sure, like, at this point, I believe later on that I'll be leading the Divine Mercy Chapel around 3 o'clock. So that's in store as well. So literally, if you're listening to this and you're a youth young adult, doesn't matter what age you are, just call up Radio Maria Canada and be like, how would you like to use me to glorify God's name today? Literally.
So then, brothers and sisters that are listening, every one of us has a gift, has a talent. And you may say, I don't have any talents. I don't know how to sing. I don't know this. I don't know how to do that. That is the most lamest excuse you can think of. But let me tell you, that's the evil one trying to convince you that, no, you shouldn't get involved. No, you shouldn't bother going to Mass. No, you shouldn't get involved here or do that or be a lector or a Eucharistic communion or even a teacher of catechism for young children, even though you love being with kids. So, brothers and sisters, we at Radio Maria Canada encourage you to come. We are always looking for volunteers. And here, Karina, the Blessed Mother spoke to her heart and she brought you here. And you can hear the enthusiasm and the fire that she has in her heart because you just can't bottle that. You can't put it in a can and seal it. That is gotta just burst forth, and that's what she's done. She's burst forth into her faith, and using her faith, and she's come forward in being able to share her gifts with all of us. So then where do you go from here? What's your other projects? Do you have another project that's coming up or anything that's happening?
Well, actually...
Well, you should ask.
No, for sure. I mean, there's actually something going on behind the scenes, which I'm not too sure if I can say it yet, but for sure, I was hoping...
We'll be the first.
Yes, well, okay, so there's actually a podcast that we are actually thinking to propose to Radio Media Canada, and it'll be myself and a beautiful person from Radio Media Canada. They were thinking of actually hosting it here. So for sure, everything God's time, God's will, but definitely for sure that is in the works behind the scenes. So if you like this energy, please stay tuned, because honestly, this is just all the Holy Spirit working. However you're touched by the Holy Spirit, it's all, I give it all to God. I give it all to God, because really at the end of the day, as the beautiful Christina Doyle said it herself, we all have beautiful gifts. It's all about using that and be willing to use that to glorify God's name.
Because it's such joy. There's joy. There is joy. You know that old little song when you were little. There's, I got that joy in my heart. My little son used to come home and sing that. I'll never forget that. It's so precious. So then, so this is wonderful. So you're getting more and more involved with the Radio Maria family.
Absolutely.
And giving of your time and your talent. And what do you do the rest of your day?
The rest of my day? Well, actually, I'm currently a cantor, vocalist cantor at St. Pius X Parish every Sunday 9 a.m. Mass. So,
where is that located?
Well, St. Pius X Parish is currently located at Bloor and Runnymede, so Bloor West Village. So if you're listening to this and you're curious where to find me, you'll find me there at the 9 a.m. Mass every Sunday, and I'll be happy to say hi to you.
That's wonderful. So those of you, maybe make a trip. Go down to Bloor and Runnymede, and it's called St.
Pius X.
St. Pius X. Okay.
Yep.
Wow, that's fantastic. Is there a favorite hymn that you have?
Favorite hymn. I love singing You Are Mine.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I love that song so much. It's what is it? By David? No, Marty Hagen or by David Hawes. One of those two composers. And it's just, even I play that on the violin too, like just instrumental, and it's just chef's kiss. It's just so, it hits the spot, and even the lyrics too, because ultimately the lyrics, they speak about just how Jesus is calling us, like we are his, and his love is all ours to just flourish and to just bear fruit with that with so much mercy and forgiveness. So yeah, I mean, that's why with music, it's so beautiful how when it comes to having the gift of music, it's so important that we always offer it to God. Not about glorifying ourselves, but all about glorifying God. So from there, He will show you the ropes, He'll connect you. And so that's how He connected me here to Radio Maria Canada.
So then, Karina, how about your parents? What are they devout Catholics?
Oh yes, I was a cradle Catholic from the get-go as I was a kiddo, and I got all the sacraments and everything growing up, going to Catholic school and everything. But really, I would say my faith was called to grow deeper once I had a beautiful encounter with the Blessed Mother, like 2015, 2016, and that was a beautiful moment right there, because I was, like, as I mentioned earlier, I was in a critical moment of just like getting frustrated with God and be like, what, God, really? Like, why are you not getting my prayers? And so that's why I look back now, like, it was all thanks to our Blessed Mother, who really intervened in my faithful journey life. And
how so?
Well, it was Our Lady of Fatima in particular. I was at
Sure.
I was at St. Timothy's Parish, and basically they have, if you're ever in the Don Mills and Shepherd area at St. Timothy's Parish, they have a beautiful statue of Our Lady of Fatima, straight from Fatima, Portugal. So check it out. It's on the left side of the altar, and it's huge. It's literally human size. And from there, it just happened out of nowhere, where I was just literally sitting, I was actually kneeling, the fifth pew from the front. And from there, we were praying the rosary as a group, my parents, myself, and some other people as well, and the parishioners, essentially. and I began to smell roses. I was like, I look around, I'm like, I don't see any
roses.
flowers. Yeah, and I it was new. I didn't know what was going on. So the first thing I did, I asked my spiritual director, and I was like, Father, like, is this normal? Like, to smell roses out of nowhere?
Was it just the one time, or?
No, it happened a few times after that, and then now it's just tears. Like, it just kind of evolved into tears going forward everywhere I go. But it just started from there, and essentially I was informed by my spiritual director. He was just saying, like, that's actually our Blessed Mother encountering you. And I'm like, it's like, what? I'm not the three children though, like, I'm not Sister Latina, like, hello? And so, yeah, it just started from there, and I would have to, like, I give thanks so much to our Blessed Mother for doing that, encountering me in that critical moment in my life. And nowadays, like, everything I go through, ups and downs in life, I just give thanks to her, because whether if it's good, whether if it's hard, whether if it's difficult, whether if it's challenging, she's always there.
Yeah, and that's a wonderful testimony, Karina, because it's true, you know, especially it's easy to say, oh, I love God, I love Mother Mary when things are going great. But when times are tough, that's really a test of our endurance of our faith.
Yes.
And it's easy to give up, right? It's easy to throw in the towel and to say, you know what, I can't do this. You know, you feel so much alone.
Yeah.
So having that wonderful experience and acknowledging it, and especially that was wise. You went to your spiritual director and talked to him, and he confirmed that that's who it was. And you know, I'm sure many of us, including myself, out there listening, would have loved to have had one experience like that, let alone several. So then you realize that you aren't alone, that Mother Mary is carrying you. And you know what, we don't need, all of us, and let's remind ourselves, we don't all need to have that experience, because we can rest assured that Mother Mary is ever present in your life, brothers and sisters. You don't need to have an experience in order to have Blessed Mother in your life and to know that she hasn't got a control of your life, and she is with you always. And that's been such a beautiful blessing for you, Karina. It's brought you joy, it's brought you strength, right? Yeah. And so have you been able to bring others to the faith, or are they all of your friends, are they mostly Catholic?
I would say yes, for sure. I mean, at this point though, like, I currently lead the Young Rosary Prayer Warriors of Canada ministry, and we pray the rosary every single day.
Yes, please expand on that one. We've got a few minutes left, but
Sure,
tell us about that.
So this ministry was born during COVID, where I know it's not a good time, everybody, but essentially it was a time of renewal, rebirth in terms of the faith, and just reinforcing that sense of our relationship with our Blessed Mother, Mary, Jesus, and God our Father. So going back to the ministry, it started from there, and I would say I always loved praying the rosary by myself, but then I felt this little nudge from our Blessed Mother to start gathering, like, your friends and just use Zoom, because everyone uses Zoom anyway, and I'm like, let's do it for our Blessed Mother. So I gathered like 3-4 of my friends at the time, like around midnight.
Midnight, of
yeah,
course.
because we were chatting, gossiping, so I'm like, let's just turn this into fruit, not into just random garbage. So yeah, it just started from there, and then it just trickled on where I was like, you know what, this can actually be a thing. And from there, yeah, for sure, like, leading a ministry does come with challenges, but good challenges and learning curves that it will actually shape who you are and your characteristics and how you can engage with different people. So for sure, like, if you're interested to pray with me, we pray the rosary at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time on Zoom every single day. Same, like, literally just Google us at Young Rosary Prayer Warriors of Canada.
Oh, say that again, a little slower.
Sorry, Young Rosary Prayer Warriors of Canada.
Warriors, per plural S.
Yes, and literally just Google that, and we have a ministry website. So it's the first ministry website that pops in, and yeah, just click on it. The link's there, and all the information's there. Even a bio about me is even there too.
So how old are your warriors? Like, what are their age ranges?
Oh, I would say, like, even though it says young, this is one thing that a lot of people typically get a little thrown off by. The fact that we're named young. that actually connects to the fact that we are young in the eyes of God. Not just like, age-wise. So
good.
we have, like, in terms of the prayer words we have currently right now, we're about 30.
Oh, wow,
Average.
that's fantastic.
God's graces. And we have a variety of ages. We have some that are really wise in their age, and there's some that are like just in their mid-teens. So literally, there's no excuse. Like when it comes to like the word young, don't feel discouraged, because the way Jesus looks at us, he looks at us as his children.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so that's wonderful. So what would you say to our listeners today, Karina? We're trying to, encourage funds to be, donated. And by the way, everyone, 416-245-7117. And if you wish to e-transfer and you don't want to get up, you don't want to write a check, you can use your bank account and you just go to donations, make an e-transfer, donations at radiomaria.ca. So it's donations at radiomaria.ca. Please, please, please. You are going to be so blessed by doing such a wonderful thing. Remember who you're doing it for, brothers and sisters. You're doing for Blessed Mother. She wants us to spread the word, to spread the gospel. Now is our time. Before Jesus returns, now is our time. There is plenty of time for forgiveness right now, so don't feel bad. You don't say, I don't have $50, I don't have $100. Whatever you can give, brothers and sisters, it is so appreciated. And we really do appreciate you. We appreciate you, and we appreciate that you tune in to us, that you support our program in this year and years past. So God bless each and every one of you. Now, Karina, I kind of lost track of what I was going to that's what I was going to say. Well, my last question would be then, how would you encourage everyone regarding, making a donation?
I would say the more you give, God will bless you 100-fold. That is one thing that I've been practicing throughout my life. Like, no matter how I put myself out there for violin, singing, for free, I literally put myself out there. And then God blesses me at my life 100-fold more than I ever asked for. So literally, whatever comes from your heart to give to our Blessed Mother, she will double that, triple that, and many more blessings. Doesn't have to be tangible blessings, but you will feel the difference.
Yes, and I think that's an important point, Karina. You will feel the difference. Mother Mary will strengthen you, will give you a sense of peace that you have never discovered. And no matter what you're going through, brothers and sisters, what challenges you're going through, right? You can get through them through the intercession of Blessed Mother. How has she been, how else has she been integral in your life, in terms of your music or maybe in your career path?
I would say literally, now that I'm going out to Hamilton Diocese very frequently now, which I love from the bottom of my heart, she's been paving the way. Like, I don't drive there. I literally commute there by GO train, GO bus, and she always simply just guides me there, providing people to pick me up from the GO train to St. Anne's or St. Stan's or the sister's house, Sister Poor Jesus Christ. And yeah, it's been beautiful.
Well,
the graces.
You are beautiful, Karina. Thank you so much for gracing our studio this afternoon. You've been such a pleasure and such an encouragement and a blessing to everyone who's listened to you. I've always thought the world of you. You're beautiful inside and out. And we just love you, Karina. God bless you. And many more opportunities, I pray, come your way. And I know they will, because Mama Mary loves you and she is holding you and keeping you under her mantle.
Thank you.
God bless. And everyone, again, thank you so much. Pause. I can't hear. What do you want? Oh, so, okay. All right, so everyone, remember, please call in for your donations at 416-245-7117. Thank you so much, everyone. We really appreciate it. MasterCard, Visa, e-transfer, whatever it is, please, brothers and sisters, this radio station must continue. We need God in this world. Everyone has taken God out of everything. Our world is in turmoil, and we need to keep looking up, because if we get watching whatever we're seeing, we're going to be totally discouraged. And so with that in mind, we need Radio Maria. Radio Maria is a beacon of light and of hope and of love, of Jesus' love, his unsurpassed love for all of us. God bless, and we'll take a short break.
Yeah.
Okay, very nice, sweetie.
Woo!
Very nice.